All right, in this video, we're going to talk about step 4 in how to set an appointment for door-to-door solar sales. And in the last video, we covered, of course, what comes before 4, number 3, where we ask some powerful questions, create the problem. Now we're going to talk about the potential solution by placing them in a story. And if you haven't watched the videos before that, steps 1, 2, and 3, go watch those first in order, and then come here, or else it won't really make complete sense. So step 4, place them in a story or put it in their shoes. So going back, I asked them questions about how much they're paying the electricity, if they like it or if they don't. I've also told them about, ooh, nice catch. I also told them a story about someone else who's benefited. So now I've collected the data. I'm going to say something like this. So basically, Mr. Homeowner, it sounds like, you're not a big fan of paying $200 a month with the electric company. So potentially the way it could work for you with this solar is if, you meet the qualifications, we can get the solar panels installed on your house for no out-of-pocket cost. And then, from there, instead of your $200 electric bill, I don't know exactly until I run the numbers, but we could potentially get it lower, maybe like, closer to $150, so you're saving quite a bit, and you'd own it, so you'd be adding value to your home. Now, it is just a possibility at this point. I actually don't really, know if we could help you yet. I'd have to run a report, but having some sort of extra cushion there where you're saving $50 a month, how would you guys use that money? Like, what would you do with the extra savings, right? So I presented the possible solution, put them in the story. They're now thinking like, oh, wow, we would save X amount of money potentially. Like, what would we do with that? And then they'll start thinking, and if they answer that question, that last question about what they would do with the money, you got them hooked, right? Because they've already, by them answering that question, they've already said, yes, this is worth looking into. We would love to have the extra money to put into our colleges, our kids' college fund, right? Whatever it is. So place them in a story. It's going to be far better than just telling them hypothetical features and benefits without placing them in it themselves, right? And so there's a lot of reps out there who will just say like, yeah, the benefits of this program is you could save money and you can get solar panels. And that just doesn't carry a lot of weight. Whereas by saying, well, how it could potentially look for your house is we can potentially get you your own solar panels, waive the upfront costs, and then cut down your, say the specific number, your $200 electric bill to around, and this is a key here, always say around or ballpark. You don't want to give them hard data or else they'll just like be fixed on that. You want to give them ballpark numbers. You'll be around this number. What would you do with that extra money, right? And that solidifies it. So go through that. If you need to rewind this video, I know I talk fast, rewind it, take notes. And then the next video, we'll talk about the pullback. So you've kind of, showed them and proven them. They've now said, hey, this does make a lot of sense. Typically, the default here at this point, they're going to say, do you have some info or do you have a card? Do you have anything you can leave with us? This sounds really good. And then I'll show you in the next video how to overcome that with the pullback. And so stay tuned for that. The next video, again, comment down below if you have any questions or open to suggestions of things that people are doing and saying out in the field that have worked really well for them.